Hey guys, in this episode you could win a fabulous set of buildings from 4Ground. It's the first wave of buildings from the Fabled Realms. It's the Streets of Mordanburg, I believe.
Yeah.
And there's no less than 8 buildings in this set.
So in other words, you're going to be kitting out pretty much an entire 4x4 in one shot.
Yeah.
You got the whole town there for you.
So, watch the rest of the show to find out more about the prize. Hey guys, welcome to another Weekender. I think we've got a pretty packed show.
Pretty packed show, and as you can see...
Extra space.
a rather large presence is missing from the studio. Warren is indeed off on vacation for the next 2 episodes, so you'll see him when he gets back. You'll have to deal with us for now.
But don't worry, we're keeping up tormenting Justin while he's away.
Yeah, don't worry, Warren. He's being tormented. The good thing about Warren being away is it's like holiday for the rest of us too.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about 50-minute long spiels on Normandy, or not Normandy, the Napoleonics.
Battle of Waterloo, I think.
You think you've got away from that, do you?
Oh, don't tell me you have something. If you do, I'll cry. I
might have something.
No, but I am here to present you with a 4-hour-long lecture on Gallipoli.
Gallipoli?
Gallipoli.
I think you mean Gallipoli.
Whatever.
English student.
Right, moving on.
Yep.
At the start, we said you could win 8 buildings, no less than 8 buildings from 4Ground. They're from the Fabled Realms range.
Yep.
I believe the sets for, I've got a note here, Streets of Mordanburg.
Mordanburg, sorry.
We seen this stuff at Salute.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
we did.
And they made this class
Pirate
Street board thing.
It was like a little seaport town.
Well, we've no less than 8, right?
Aye.
So it's well worth getting in for this.
I love these buildings. They're kind of disproportionate, a little cartoony on the proportions, but the details of them are fantastic.
Yeah.
There's a lot of character to these buildings.
You've got to love that wonky Fable-esque sort of... What did you refer to
They
them
throw
as?
the building slightly out of true.
Out of true.
Out of true.
Yes, former builder, hello.
But they've got...
Who once thought he could build the Liverpool Cathedral from wood?
Yeah.
We've had that gag too many times, it's no longer funny.
It is for us.
But yeah, they're great.
They're very cool.
They come in a couple of different sizes. You get your double-floored townhouses.
Yep, and you get the little country cottages just for the outskirts where the lower classes, the riffraff live.
And when you lift them off, depending on what level, for example, you can lift off the roof and reveal the top level. It's got wooden boards.
It's all detailed inside.
Yeah,
and pre-coloured.
And then you lift that. I know, pre-coloured, isn't that great?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
And then lift, say, off the first floor, and you've got your ground floor, and they've got like tiles.
Yeah, that cobblestone flag.
So it's perfect for skirmish level games or RPGs and the like.
Anything you want, you could use this stuff for any game, so long as it's within sort of the fantasy realms.
Are these pre-coloured though?
Yes.
We're sure.
4Ground stuff is pre-coloured. I saw the guy working on it at Salute. It was all pre-coloured.
But the pictures we've got of them,
they're pre-coloured.
Okay, I just want to make sure that they are pre-coloured.
Okay,
I know all the other stuff.
Caveat: we believe 90% they're pre-coloured.
We believe. Right. Well, how are you going to win this?
Well, I assume you'll be commenting on Beasts of War, the Facebook post, or on YouTube. So
you assume correctly, Justin.
Yes, that's our standard format for our competitions. So if you want to be greedy, you can actually put a post in on all 3 locations.
What? Don't tell him how to be greedy.
What? Gamers always want more. More minis, more terrain, everything.
Hence why I am now broke in the first 2 weeks of the month.
Yeah, it's why I keep buying more and more Wolsong. I actually made a screw up on my last order. I ordered up Archibald Armstrong.
Yeah.
Got 2 of them in the post. I'd ordered them twice by mistake. So I might do a little something for Salute next year. If you're watching this video and you remember next year at Salute, come up to me and ask for my extra Archibald Armstrong and I will give it to you. First come, first serve.
Okay, fair enough. Anyway, just before we move on past these Fabled Realms, because it is a set of 8, you've pretty much got your gaming table straight out of the box.
You're pretty much covered.
Yeah.
And the exciting thing is, I think we have these coming to us in the post.
Oh, so we might get our hands on these?
They're not here this week, but maybe next week we might actually have them in the flesh.
Right, so we will discover the mystery of, are they pre-coloured?
Yes, we could just... We'll know next week.
Place your bets, people. Place your bets.
If they arrive.
Yes.
Anyway, so, moving on.
Moving on.
You'll notice that we're pretty much on the Hobby Lab set here.
Yeah.
Because I was in the middle of a Hobby Lab and you guys bailed in and says, no, stop that, Weave a Weekender.
They need their weekender goodness.
So yeah, what do you think I'm doing?
Knowing you, you'll be creating something. I'm seeing something like trees, like little bush trees
They
here.
look like little bushes, don't they?
Yeah.
So what I'm actually doing, let me get that in the... I've even got my tools and
Trusty
everything
clippers.
sitting here.
Right, so what are these?
I'm working on the next episode of Hobby Lab.
Okay.
And what we're actually building this time is palm trees.
Ah!
Palm trees.
I see.
So they're palm leaves.
Okay.
I see.
This is it.
That would go well for my Infinity Hacker Slam and the like.
Yeah, exactly. I'll get to that in a sec. Right,
nice.
so we've done up a template,
Okay.
so you can...
So will this possibly be able for download whenever the episode goes out?
Oh yeah, you'll get
Alright,
this template.
perfect.
And there's another guide page here. This one's for your leaves.
Okay.
And then I have another guide here for basically cutting out for, well, height of tree and stuff like that.
Okay.
I don't want to give it too much because
Aye, then why would you watch the Hobby Lab
you have
episode?
to watch the show.
All right, so guys, if you're curious about that, you will need to go and join Backstage on
Yeah, it's a
VC4.com.
backstage show. Up until now, it's been going out every 2 weeks on a Friday.
Yeah.
But we're going to now move it to every 2 weeks on a Monday. So it's moving from its Friday slot to a new Monday slot.
Yeah, which has normally been a dead day for us.
So if you've been on going, where's my Hobby Lab this weekend? It'll be out on Monday.
Okay.
Putting on a Monday is actually a good thing, as it means people can gather up all they need for the.
This is what I was
hobby
thinking.
to build it in the weekend.
Yeah. Because watching on a Friday night, it's great. You've got time to watch it because it is the weekend.
Yeah.
But you don't necessarily have all the bits.
Yeah, but you're going, crap, I have to run out and find all the bits for this.
Yeah, exactly. You've only got basically Saturday to gather up your bits. Now if we put it out on a Monday night, you can watch it on Monday and you've got all day during the week to nip out of work, you know?
Yeah, all those cheeky little lunch breaks.
Yeah, smoke breaks, Justin. Smoke breaks.
I am planning
You're
to quit
supposed to
soon.
be giving that up.
I'm going to the doctor on Tuesday
Don't
and I'm
even
getting
get-
a tablet.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started on this Fit Club.
Oh God, that thing died of death. That thing died of death, and I
We
never
cannot-
agreed to go in for
We
it.
can't declare dead while Warren's not here. He would completely disagree.
Yeah, maybe.
Does that mean I get because he didn't get the marker? Does that mean he has to go to that taekwondo? To all
is
those
it-
taekwondo
there's
things.
forfeits,
we agreed
isn't
on?
I think there was
Yeah.
forfeits agreed on an old episode
Maybe
of
we
the
just
Weekender.
need to remind people about forfeits and then maybe everyone will kick back into gear.
Yes, just that. Do it or else. Do it or else.
Yeah.
I still want a video Warren doing taekwondo. I think that's comedy gold right there.
So, but you said just when we were, I'm going to bring it back to what we are supposed to
Okay.
be talking about.
Which is
And he was mentioned during the Hobby Lab. I said we're making palm trees, and he said it worked well for your what?
My hacker slam.
Ah, exactly. What did we have on the show? Was it last week? No, it was that week before last.
yeah. No, it was last week. We had the interview with Carlos from Infinity.
No, but the week before that we had the Hack Islam table.
Oh yes. The Golden Palace.
Yes, the Golden Palace.
Yes.
So when we were building that, I realised we don't have any palm trees to put on this.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Okay.
And Dust Babylon, the Dust Operation Babylon. What you gonna need? You're gonna need palm trees.
Yeah, it's all the Africa campaign for that. So yeah.
Yeah. And if you're playing bolt action in Africa or the Mediterranean, what are you gonna need? You're gonna need palm trees.
Yeah, or if you're even wanting
And
to do a
dice.
little
Oh, and
diorama
dice.
for the Kingdom Death minis that I sent out in an unboxing this week, just them on a little beach, something nice and sandy.
Come off it. They don't need any more things like that. You don't need to take that anymore.
Oh dear.
It doesn't need to go there. My other half, she walked in and went, "What are you looking at on that screen?" I was like, "It's just the website. It is just our website."
Yeah.
No, I was really impressed by them. They are
Okay.
absolutely beautiful.
I could imagine that though, along with the palm trees, just people going, check out those coconuts.
Oh, we need to move on.
Yes,
Play us out.
quick, Johnny, play me out.
Right. Gaming news then. Let's move on.
Yes.
So, gaming news.
What's first up?
What's big? GenCon's big.
Yeah,
GenCon.
GenCon
Not
is
quite here, but
pretty
it's
damn
fast
big.
approaching.
Yeah.
It's fast approaching, and Infinity, I think, is going to be the star of the show this year.
Really?
They might be. They'll have their starter set out by then.
Yeah.
Oh yes, Operation Icestorm will be out by then.
Yes. We have had a look at that in the studio. They also have the Pantesi Leia model, her on the big
Oh,
Kum
the,
motorbike.
Yeah, the sort of
The big
model.
long nose American chopper motorbike. That's going to look amazing. They also have...
Yeah, the pin-up strip model on the massive chopper thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
They also have Tabitha Lyons from Artifacts coming on to their booth.
Now this is one that interests me.
Right.
Because you popped this up on the screen earlier and I was like, what is that? Is that this exclusive mini for GenCon? You're like, no. This is the Tabitha miniature. And I was like, what? What's the Tabitha miniature?
Yeah, it's basically the guys for the Interplanetary Tournament have set it up that instead of getting a trophy, you will get one of the Infinity guns, which is being made by Artifacts.
Right.
Now, Artifacts has a cosplayer who works alongside them, Tabitha Lyons. She saw some of the artwork and stuff from
Is
Infinity.
she related to John Lyons?
No. I'm quite sure he's glad about that as well. But no, she saw some of the concept art and stuff for Infinity, so she decided to cosplay a Neo-Terran Bolt. Mm-hmm. And after a few more discussions, they've seen what she's working on. They've actually went, you know what? Let's make her into a mini to say thank you. Because she's turning up at the event. There's a miniature of her as a Neo-Terran Bolt there at the event. Like I said, Infinity's going to be the star of this show, simply because they have so many new cool things.
That's class.
Yeah.
And I thought it was just me who was getting a miniature based on...
Whoa, when were you made into a mini?
Oh, I'm going to talk to Carlos. I'm going to be getting into a bikini, I'm going to be waxing up, and I'm going to be posing for one of the pinups. Oh. What do you think, Carlos? It's a good idea, isn't it?
Honestly, I would love to see the Beast of War team sculpted as miniatures. Not that kind of mini, but miniatures.
Have we been sitting here too long?
Knowing my luck, we'll end up as Kingdom Death minis.
I wouldn't mind that.
You wouldn't. Right, moving on. More GenCon. Another reminder that we're going to have people at GenCon. We're going to have Dawn, Jenna, and...
Gianna.
Oh, sorry. Dawn, Gianna, and Alan.
Yes, who you might better know as Wild Chevy from the website.
Yep, they're all going to be out there.
Yep.
Filming their little hearts out.
Yep. And knowing the guys that are going there, they're going to stop off with Ronnie and try and pump him for a bit more information. Mm-hmm. They'll also have to stop off at the Privateer stand because we haven't seen what they're doing for Gen Con just yet, and I can't wait because I remember last year they did the Bombardier Bombshell and the Druid Gone Wilder.
Oh, yes, I remember
Do they
those,
normally do two things for Gen Con? Or
one for Hordes, one for War Machine.
One for the two
I
games,
think that's what they generally do, but it'll be interesting to see what they do this year. The other one is D&D 5th edition, which I haven't had a chance to look into too much just yet, but if we can get a little info, it'll be fun.
Well, yeah. Well, about for Gen Con coverage, while the guys are there, we're going to hopefully try and get a meetup.
Yes, not a backstager meetup, just a general Beast of War member meetup.
If you watch a show and you spot them, maybe we can arrange a meetup. Yeah,
there is a forum post going on about it now in one of the town squares, I think, so go find it.
Or you could link to it.
All right, then I would have to do more work and find it, so go find it.
But wouldn't it be cool if we could be there live? Maybe via Skype or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what the internet connection's like. If they can
get it, I think it might be cool for us to do a live drop-in via Skype just to say hello to everybody in America.
What's the time difference?
It's got at least 5 hours.
Something like that. I mean, I was watching a live stream from America, started at 9 a.m. and that was in Cali.
I know when I'm talking
and it was like 5 p.m. here.
When I'm talking to Jenna and Dawn, they're 5 or 6 hours behind me.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
When I'm talking, so it would be 5 or 6 hours, something like that.
So we could end up having like a Skype drop-in with all of us in our dressing gowns with cups of tea.
Yeah. Possibly.
Or modelling for Infinity pinups.
Thank you for putting that in my head.
Just hang on, Sam. I have found the perfect way to scar Sam. Warren in a mankini.
Oh, God.
See, I'm not the only one that gets this.
Really?
Yes.
What do you mean gets this?
Gets scarred by people at work. You know, it's kind of like a sport in here.
You could add that list then. So it's Warren and McKinney and me now as the Infinity pinup.
You as an Infinity pinup.
It's too sexy to go on the list, isn't it, Justin?
See, it depends. What miniature would you want to be, hooked along with for that?
Oh.
Would you have Scarface saving you from Shashvasti?
That's a good point. Don't want to be like standing on top of a tag.
Yeah, or what faction would you be with? Or don't want to
be on a motorbike.
Yeah, what faction though, would be the question. You're so tacky, I think you would have to be a laugh.
That's funny because I was thinking Nomads.
No, not Nomads.
But they're red.
Me too.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. For Sam, I think we would send him to Ariadne simply because he's short and angry.
Right.
I can get my kilt back on and
We're
paint
way
myself
off
blue
kilter.
again.
I'm going to rein us in here.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the news.
Yeah.
Just before we move on past, we were talking about...
GenCon.
Yes, but we're talking about Privateer Press.
Privateer Press, yeah.
And there's a new book coming out?
Yes, they have a new book for Hordes coming out. So this is the release they always do, because it's one for War Machine, one for Hordes. So this is basically bringing the story forward for the Hordes factions.
Yeah.
New Warlocks. I think there's new lesser Warlocks in this book as well. I think I read there's 3 of them. So we'll have new Warlocks, new units, new beasts.
What's it called?
I can't remember for the life of me. It's written down here somewhere. Can you point it out to me here, please? I can't read your handwriting.
May I?
Sam,
Oh, come on.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's there.
Hordes. He's right. Your handwriting is atrocious.
Let me spell it out.
Exigence, I think it was.
Exigence.
Exigence.
Exigence. Yes. But no, it's one that we'll be waiting for with bated breath in here, because we always do a breakdown on the new books that come in, and I'd say we'll have to do the same for this.
It is a bit of a name to try and remember that one, because
Exigence.
every time I look at it, I'm like, what's that called?
That's not a word.
Well, I mean, like normally it's something like gargantuans or something like that. You know, that's easy to roll off the tongue.
Exigence.
Yes.
At least it stands out.
Yep. Yeah, maybe.
Another bit of interesting news
Yes.
is the new gaming tiles from Games Workshop.
Oh yes, the new Realm of Battle boards, the urban battle one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't seen much of these.
Yeah,
yet,
there's 2 images where you don't really see a lot. So I'm wondering, will these link in with the other tiles?
You
or
see,
will
I'm
they
not
stand
sure
alone?
about that. For example, the other tiles are kind of almost arid.
Yeah.
So if I link one arid tile onto, suddenly it's just straight into a big metal block.
Yeah, are you
Yeah,
going to have
that
a
wouldn't
small
work.
transfer
Is there a
section?
transitional piece
Yeah.
or anything like
Yeah.
that?
This
Probably
looks mostly flat ground, but with more detail. Like there's one section we saw with the big Aquila in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So this is very much geared towards 40k, whereas the other one could
More
be used
fantasy?
for it could be used for fantasy or 40k depending on what terrain you put on it. It was
suppose.
more versatile.
I suppose, but this seems very, I want to say non-generic, because it feels so imperial. So you couldn't use this for your
You
Eldar or
mean
your Arcs.
specific?
Yeah, fine, specific. If you're going to be facetious, you little git. But no, it feels very geared toward the Imperials. So I can't see any Eldar player buying this, Orc player, Necron player.
Right, I'm going to go out on a limb here, having not seen very much of it, and say I don't like them. I don't like them at all.
This one's getting a thumbs down from me.
And
Why
the
is
reason
that?
is, when I first seen the picture, it took me a minute I was looking at it going, why are they talking about tiles when it's a load of guys standing on some sort of building? With lots of different levels. And then I got
You were
closer,
imagining the old Adam West Batman.
and it
What?
looks like that. It looks like Adam West Batman.
Oh, I see what you mean. Are we going to have the Green Hornet pop out and
Where they're
talk about
walking
Space Marines?
up the side of a building, but in actual fact they're just walking.
Yeah.
Because the side, it looks like the side of a building, the way it's laid out. In the photo
not
that
the
I
actual
seen,
texture.
it just fried my head for a few minutes. I was looking at it going, I don't understand what I'm looking at. That's what my brain said.
Oh, that's completely
Until my
fair.
intelligence kicked in and went, oh, I do understand what I'm looking at. I'm going to say that's crap.
It's getting a thumbs down from me because I think it's too specific. It's too geared toward Imperials.
Yeah, I would say for the same reason. The previous Realms of Battle boards are actually quite good because they can be rolled
for
out and
anything.
used. We do use them in the local
I
gaming
have
club
seen
quite a
those
lot.
used for any game.
Yeah.
You know,
We use
they're
them
so
quite a
generic,
lot.
any game will do it.
I could be proven wrong, though. They could
Possibly.
Be, they could be
Well-
awesome. It's just a case of a crappy photo that appeared on the internet. Just
Maybe,
do them
maybe.
justice.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. Suck it and see.
Right.
Wait, what?
It's a saying. Let's not get into this.
Let's
On
not get
with
into
the show.
It's not on with the show. I think we're going to take a quick break. Welcome back. What have we got here?
New MicroArts Infinity Table.
Yeah, this is beautiful. We were playing on this the other night at the club.
Yeah, Carlos, when he was across visiting, ran a few demo games for us. Simple 3v3 stuff, taught us to move, to shoot, and to ARO.
It's great.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about the mat.
Yeah, let's talk about the map.
That's what I'm excited about. I'm so excited about this mat.
Yeah.
It's class. It's
The
just
material's really nice.
it's just in from MicroArt Studio. What, about a week, 2 weeks ago we got this.
Something like that.
But we're waiting for a chance to actually show it off. So it is brilliant. Just roll it out, pop your buildings down. These are from MicroArt Studio as well.
Yep.
I quickly dusted them blue and red.
Yeah.
I wonder why. We might find out.
Yeah.
But it's great. It just pops.
Yeah, it does.
It
It
works
gives
very
you a
well.
nice little industrial complex just straight out the bat. You're not having to do too much work, and all your set down terrain from MicroArt is going to look great on it.
And it's 4x4.
Yes.
And it doesn't crease. It's that same sort of stuff that you get from
Dead Zone.
Dead Zone.
Yep.
It's
It's sort
got
of
a
like
mat.
a mouse mat material, and if you look on the back here, you can see it's black and
There you
rubberized, so
go,
it doesn't slide
go a bit
everywhere.
further. There we go.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's black and rubberized, so it doesn't slide everywhere. So you'll put it down on your kitchen table. That's going nowhere.
I have to say, I'm getting more and more impressed by the level of detail I'm seeing on these sort of rollout mats that people are doing, especially this one. I mean, there's even wear and tear shown on the road markings and blast marks.
Well, it's,
You can tell
it's an
this
art
is a
print.
war zone.
It's an art print.
Yes, it is, yeah.
Well, you see now, we had Kyle. Not Kyle. Why do we keep calling Kyle? Killian up to work on Infinity's Operation Icestorm week, which we'll
Yep.
talk about in a little while.
Yes, yes.
But Killian was here, and Killian's like a physicist or something like that. He works with lasers and stuff.
Really?
He works with friggin'
laser.
laser beams.
Oh, with laser. Oh wait, no, I can't do that. I haven't shaved.
That's his job. Firing stuff.
Firing lasers at stuff.
Yes, that's the right way to put
Has
it.
he ever attached one to a shark?
I
Even on a
don't know.
drunken night? Has he ever just, thought, let's go...
I don't know.
No, I
Attach
don't
to
think
a
you would do it to a shark. I think they're too hard to get his hands on. Perhaps a cat.
Ask him.
Have you ever attached a laser to a shark?
Or a cat.
Killian, let us know in the comments below.
Okay. But
Anyway.
But
yeah,
yes,
go
yes.
on.
Killian was telling me that the reason the mats have got better is because there's some sort of new form of printing that's just come out, and he says now they can get bigger and bigger. Hence why, up until recently, we've only seen what, 2x2s, 3x3s, if even.
I think it was 2x2 for Dead Zone.
Yeah,
Then we saw 2x4 from the guys over at Fourth War.
yeah, that was a big. They were printing in 3 sections to go on top of their tables.
Yep. And now we're seeing 4x4 from MicroArt Studio.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
It's absolutely beautiful.
I love the fact that we can throw it down. There's no glare.
That was perfect.
I have 2 words for you. Easy payoff.
That's 3 words, only one's hyphenated.
I can't win. I can't win. But no, look, it's an easy payoff. You roll this out,
Yeah.
instantly you have something that looks beautiful, something that you're not having to spend hour upon hour working on.
I know. We literally just rolled this out during the break.
Yeah.
Put some buildings on it, and hey presto,
Yeah,
we are
and-
ready to play.
Some of my horribly damaged Infinity stuff.
Yeah, mine too.
But let me get
It
back.
even makes our stuff look good.
Yeah, exactly. Now, this is just sprayed blue, for goodness sakes.
Yeah. And suddenly it sits in and it looks as if it's actually got a bit of weight to it because of its surroundings.
But let me get back to that glare thing.
Yeah.
Right, I've played on some gaming mats before. I've played on gaming mats for the likes of X-Wing and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're that printed,
Yeah,
Oh,
the shiny
the sort of
paper.
plastic
yeah,
canvas.
it's like a plastic canvas almost. And what I find is I find it really difficult. I'd rather play on a black board with nothing than play on one of those mats because the glare, it messes with my eyes. After maybe a half hour playing with it, my eyes are just going, I don't like all the glare I'm receiving. Whereas this, I'm getting
So
essentially
you don't
no
like
glare.
the J.J. Abrams effect of just lens flares the whole time
No,
coming up off the board?
I don't want lens flares off
Given
my
that
terrain.
J.J. Abrams is directing the next Star Wars, you could argue that that's the authentic experience when playing X-Wing now.
Funny thing to note though, Princess Leia is now a Disney princess.
Yes.
That is kind of funny. I never thought of that before. She's now a Disney princess.
Yep. Whoops. Anyway, what else we got?
Well, we got some more stuff in from MicroArt Studio, but we're going to talk about that in backstage.
Ah, yes.
We've got a
Yes, yes,
segment in backstage where we're going to talk about alien terrain.
yes. And generally alien boards that you can build.
So just before we come in here to actually shoot, we got a box through the door,
Yep.
and we opened
oh,
it
yeah.
up and went, "Oh, this is new."
Yes.
Has
me,
anybody
me
seen
in my
this?
normal overexcited manner just tore the box apart going, wee.
Had you seen it?
I'd seen one of the things.
Had you seen the new one?
I had seen one of the new things as well. Warren and you had a rather enjoyable play with it on the weekend or a few weeks back.
But there's some new stuff alongside that as well.
Yep.
So they
But
sent us...
it's so new we don't even know the name for it yet.
Yeah, that's true.
It's it's basically Tyranid stuff.
Yeah, it is.
But it's new stuff
Way
that
to
we,
ruin the mystique,
we hadn't
Lloyd.
seen before.
Yeah, well, guys, if you are wanting to see it and have a look at it, join us on the weekend or on Sunday morning. You will have to become a backstager to view it, and it is the lifeblood of Beasts of War, so help out if you can.
Yeah. Right, just before we do move on from the mat.
Yep.
What was it like watching Carlos playing on this mat? I mean,
It's very clean. It gives you an epic backdrop
Yeah.
for your stuff. Like I earlier said, that easy payoff, because I look at my crappily painted mini here,
yeah.
and he suddenly settles into the world around him, you know.
Well, what I'm getting at is, for example, it looks Infinity sort of styled with the likes of this.
Oh yeah, well,
It's
I mean,
just off camera, but you know.
It's with MicroArt stuff. It is specifically designed for Infinity.
I have to say,
Does it affect the play of the game? Now, if I was playing 40k on this, I could immediately see that, yes, this does affect the play of the game because I've got roads.
Yes,
Whereas
and that's a rule
Infinity-
that's never used in 40k.
What do you mean it's never used?
I have never seen a
Because
proper
nobody
board
ever
with
has
roads.
any terrain with roads.
That's what I mean. It's a rule that I never see used in 40k.
So now, rule that out.
Yeah, you've got
roads.
roads for your 40k.
But I don't think this has any actual play benefit
I don't
in
think
Infinity
it
other
affects
than
Infinity, no.
looking
No,
great.
as far as I know, it doesn't. The only wheeled vehicles you really have are, say, the Kun motorized troops or the Arigatos for the Yujing. You know, so I can't really see there being any rules in there for it, and I definitely don't remember any.
I don't know.
Are we ever going to see vehicles in Infinity? Like,
Well, they have vehicles.
no, I don't mean. What do you mean they have vehicles?
Tags.
What?
That's a vehicle.
tag. Am I ever going to get into a tank in Infinity?
Possibly not,
You
I
know,
would say.
I'm really going to have to grill Carlos next time. he's
My
over.
money would be is you won't see a tank in
I wouldn't
Infinity.
see. I wouldn't think a tank is. It's not really as fitting with the skirmish scale.
Yeah, but maybe they could come out with a different variety of the game.
Yeah, maybe
You
a
know
larger
what?
scale. Yeah.
Possibly.
You
But at
know,
the
an
minute,
apocalypse version
Oh,
of
aye.
Infinity.
This
And
is
then
something
I
don't
would
get.
have a tank and I could actually use the roads.
This is something I don't get. Why are people so focused on apocalypse versions of this, that, or the other? Why does it have to get bigger?
Because
To
your
be better.
collection gets bigger.
Oh, I understand that, but I like small, in-tight games where you are just down in and around the table. You know,
Yeah,
my
I-
brain can't handle the overarching tactical.
Well,
net.
I don't want tons of stuff. Maybe that wasn't the best way to describe it. I just want a rule set where I can use tanks.
All right, so you want heavy armor in Infinity?
I sound like John. I want tanks. Well
You want
done.
a heavy
That
armor?
was a
rule for
fantastic
Infinity.
John impression.
I
By the
want
way.
tanks.
That's not John. And hang on. I'm wearing a World of Tanks T-shirt. What are you
It
talking
is
about?
John. If anytime you talk to John, it's tanks.
I suppose he is the man we did coin the phrase tank porn for.
There you go. But yeah, that's my only sort of thing, question mark about this particular mat, is it's very much an Infinity mat. It's got roads. It looks fabulous. But that's all it does is look fabulous.
Yeah, it does look.
Yeah,
great.
but that's the
I'm
whole
sure.
point.
I'm sure we could think up some scenario-specific rules for parts of it.
You know what I would roll this out for? Warzone Resurrection.
Warzone Resurrection. Why is that?
Just, I think it would make a very cool Cybertronic board. Because
Yeah.
they're the sort of high-tech guys in that universe.
Yeah, and but they also fit in with the grim and gritty side of it. Which, let's face it, this board isn't exactly vibrant with all the
It doesn't need
ruined
to be.
parts.
It's-
No, it doesn't need to be. That's why I'm not saying it has to be. It looks like a war zone. So yeah,
I'm
just-
gonna
it looks
take-
like a hard-used industrial area.
I'm going to take some miniatures from the Infinity range.
Yeah.
I'm going to take some walkers from Dust.
All right.
I'm going to take this mat. I'm going to get some buildings, possibly these micro art ones would do. I'm going to mash it all together, and I'm going to have a Titanfall game.
Titanfall.
That would work.
This looks like Angel City, the map, the roads and stuff.
Can't comment. Never
Can't
played
comment.
it.
That looks like it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. If you want to do a gaming crossover from your digital gaming to your tabletop gaming, why not?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's one to pass out to the community. What do you think, guys?
Right. Well, moving on,
Yep.
we have Operation Icestorm Week coming up.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Themed week, my eyes are going to burn. But it'll be worth it because there'll be a lot of cool content.
Yeah, so it starts on the 28th of July. Mm-hmm. That's...
Well, we might have a little sneaky preview something before that.
Oh, might we?
We might.
So the 28th of July is not this Monday coming, but the Monday...
Monday week.
Yes, Monday week. And you think we might have something sneaky before that?
I think we might have something sneaky before that. I was having a little quiet word with Carlos,
Yes.
and I think him and Warren got something into the can that we might be able to be sneaky about and shift out before that.
Ooh.
So we'll maybe give you a few more details about that in the backstage, guys. So join backstage.
Please.
Just so I'm not being cheesy.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's 3 times you've said join backstage so far.
It is important.
You're on a
though.
roll,
True.
aren't you?
It is important though. You know, without Warren here, he's not driving people to backstage. He's not got the bloody cattle prod. Go on, get into backstage.
What are you talking about? I just did it. I talked about Hobby Lab.
True, but you didn't say the words.
You got it. I did say the words. I definitely said the words.
Anyway,
Does anybody know what movie I'm referencing there?
No.
no,
Oh, come on. I said the words.
no, sorry,
Shoot yourselves.
drawing a blank.
No, gone.
Armies of Darkness.
I've only seen that once. So.
Never watched it.
Oh my.
Yeah,
Even
Yeah,
I've seen that.
We've got
it
we've
never
got
drew
a
me in.
segment in here called Movie Talk.
yeah.
You're not invited anymore.
Oh, you got me, Lloyd. You got me right in the fields.
Everybody at home, comment below. Should he even be involved in chatting about movies? Considering
when
he
did
hasn't
this movie come
seen
out? Just for
Armies of
curiosity.
Darkness.
Oh, years ago.
It's not that long ago. It's like 90s.
90s.
This isn't one of these.
It's one of the Evil Dead trilogy.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
one of these obscure movies that was made 3 years before you came out of your
Mom.
mom. You should have seen this movie.
Okay, fair enough.
It's on Netflix.
It's a
mate.
cult classic.
All right, well, hang on. Sam, you say it's on Netflix. I will give it a watch.
Yeah.
I will give it a watch, and I will report back on whether I think it's crap or not.
I have to admit, I hadn't seen it until recently. And that was because Warren kept saying, I've got to see it. So I sat down and watched it one
Yeah,
night.
exactly.
And I loved it.
Exactly. You got to trust us more. You liked Big Trouble in Little China.
I loved Big Trouble in Little China. I went out and bought that one.
Recommended by me.
That's one I can recommend, even though it is really cheesy. And I mean ridiculously cheesy.
I'm going to do up a list of,
Yeah.
of 80s.
Film
Right, well, hang on.
recommendations.
Cheesy
There's one.
movies.
We are a wargaming channel, but would everybody like to see us chat about movies for a show?
Well, we are. It's in here.
No, I mean the Beast of War team's top 10 movies that every geek must see.
No, that list's far too hard to compile.
True.
Because
and then,
every geek will have a movie that's not on the list.
True.
And they'll go, why is this not on the list? It's obvious for geeks, this movie.
True.
That's
I mean,
just,
like,
Okay, it's a
that's
can
just
of worms we don't need to
flame
open.
war.
yeah, a lot
Wait
of
to
people
happen.
would say David Lynch's Dune should be on there.
It should be.
I wouldn't. I
which
despise
one?
that movie.
Which one, the original or the remake?
David Lynch's Dune.
What
I don't know
remake?
which is
David
which.
Lynch
They
is the
did
original.
2 versions of it. They did the old one with, I think Patrick Stewart was in it, and then they
Yeah.
did a newer one.
It's in your
They
did
one.
remade it into
Children's of
3.
Dune.
I thought,
Children's
that,
of
I thought it
Dune,
was a
let's
TV
say.
series.
That was Children's of Dune, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a film.
No, there was a movie of it. There was a remake of the original.
Either way, it wasn't good. I love the book. It wasn't a good movie.
You didn't like the big slug thing, traveling through space, folding space.
I loved the
think-
book.
It
too
looked a
much.
bit like his head.
Oi!
If we cut,
Oi!
his,
Yeah.
if we cut his body off and put like a spermy tail on the back of Justin's head, we'd essentially have
a sperm.
no.
And suddenly the level of this show just went right
We
down.
would essentially have the creature from Dune that allows him to fold space using the spikes.
Yeah, one of the navigators. Yeah,
that is in the fish tank.
yeah, the navigators.
I don't want to
actually
go
did
into a
like
fish
that.
tank.
I actually
Sorry,
did
what are you
like the
trying to do to me
visuals.
here?
I did like the visuals, but a faithful adaptation should know when to change something, and that shouldn't be to keep every single internal monologue.
Oh, it did have a lot of monologues,
Yeah.
didn't it? Don't worry, Justin. You'll still have like little
Yeah,
feet,
little thing. Yeah.
little hands.
So what, you're just going to turn me into a head with a tail and 2 little hands to go,
you know, like
feed me,
Exactly.
feed me.
except it'd be more like, and that's all you do. You don't do anything more than that.
Okay, how about no?
And then you fly through a weird sort of psychedelic room.
How about a big hot cup of no?
How about we get back to what we're supposed to be talking about?
Yeah, movie chat.
No, we're not
No,
even.
we're
not
on
even
Operation
up there yet.
Icestorm,
We've
mate.
jumped from Operation Icestorm to movie chat. Can we
Alright,
go
alright.
back to
All
Operation
right, let's go back to
Icestorm?
Operation Icestorm. We did segue
Right.
away there.
Finally, back to Operation Icestorm. And I do want to talk more about it on the front stage. Mm-hmm. Carlos has been over.
Yes.
The theme week is in the can.
Yes.
Starts on the 28th of July. we've got interviews.
Yep, we have interviews. We have discussions about the art direction they're taking.
Yeah.
I assume we'll have a run through on how the play goes in the actual starter set.
Yes, we've got a couple of demo games in the can. We've got basically videos for every day of the week. We've got some new faction overviews.
New faction?
Well,
New faction overviews, not
new
of
versions,
new factions.
not new
Yeah,
factions.
sorry.
New overviews of factions.
Yeah.
Sorry, my inner fanboy just went, wait, new factions? What?
And possibly the best look at the starter set you're going to get.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, I've seen the starter set. You haven't.
I have not. No,
I have also
haven't.
seen the starter set.
You two have been tormenting me with this knowledge.
Beautiful.
Now that some details are out on the internet, I'm not going to divulge anything that isn't there yet. But I'm going to say it is awesome.
It's
Finally,
well worth every penny
Corvus
we'll pay
Belly,
for it.
finally, you have a starter set that is just brilliant. You know, here, I hand you this box, go away and play Infinity, and that's it.
Yep.
I don't need to say anything more to you, just there is the box, go and play.
Well, myself and John are discussing picking it up when it eventually comes out.
It solves all your problems. It solves your problems of having miniatures. It solves your problems of having templates. It solves your problems of having rulebooks.
Yep.
It even solves your problems of having something to play with.
And tokens.
And tokens.
And tokens. It also gives you an excellent overview of the two forces and the sectorials within each.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So it is really, really good.
I would really like to take a look at the
I can't wait till the guys at home
book.
actually.
the book that comes with it. I would like to take a look at that myself. Refresh my memory of the rules and to see more of the fluff of both the... what factions are in it again?
Nomads.
No one has... Oh, I thought no one had said yet.
No, there's a big list that was published.
There is a list.
Okay,
isn't there?
sorry, I thought that hadn't went out yet. Nomads and Pano. With a super secret extra mini.
I'm pretty sure that is out
Yeah,
there.
that's out as well. They've announced it.
For God's sake. it's like a bloody sieve on the internet.
Corvus Belly announced it all.
Oh
Yeah.
well.
So it's a cool Pano faction.
Yeah.
There's a cool set of Nomads. They're shit hot looking minis.
Oh yeah.
There's the exclusive mini.
Yep.
If you pre-order.
There's all the terrain that's coming in the box.
Yeah, I don't know if we're allowed to say that.
No, it was on the list. It was on the list.
They've mentioned if I remember the list at all, it mentions scenery, it doesn't mention specifics.
I know, and I didn't give specifics. I simply said the word terrain.
I thought I hinted at it by saying it even gives you an environment to play in,
Yes.
which is great.
It's a full-on starter box, guys. You will
Should we
have
just put
everything
the
you need
list
to
up
play.
there for
It's-
people to see?
It is great. You get the box in, put your minis together, wham, you are playing.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
I
really, really good.
love starter sets that give you both factions. It lets you and a mate get playing straight off.
I'm really excited for the guys at home to actually see, you know, the proper contents of the set.
Yeah, which you'll have to keep a tight eye out for, guys, because it will be coming out on Beta 4.
But I mean, because for example, we've talked about the starter set for Drop Zone Commander and how great that is.
Oh yeah.
We've talked about the Open Fire set for Flames of War.
Yes.
Two great sets for getting you into the game. And my problem with Infinity was, you know, we had
You were each buying a starter force in a box.
Yeah.
it just didn't hook even me fast enough.
it's
That
fun.
I just wanted the one-stop solution. Right.
No, that is a major step for any company, is to have a two-player starter set. Because if you look, pretty much everyone in the industry has it now. 40k, always had it. Infinity now has it.
Yes.
Drop Zone Commander have it. Flames of War have it. Mantic have it. Even Privateer Press have it.
Yes.
You know, it's something that every game needs.
Let's fall in love.
DOS doesn't have it. But
No, they have their starter boxes though.
but the starter boxes are great.
Yeah.
They essentially are a starter. They're a proper starter set. Just two of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
unless they're
just
going to do
right
a
to them.
3-faction starter box, I doubt if you're ever going to see it.
No, they don't need to do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to bend my own rule there a bit and say their faction starter boxes actually worked. You had everything you needed out of the box.
Yeah, quick
rules,
start rules.
a mat.
yeah.
And then your mate, he bought his box and you stick your mat out and he sticks his mat
Yeah.
out. And off you are playing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've been having a couple of games of that down at the club some nights.
I am
as
in the
well.
process of hammering the rules into my head. You know that moment where you've read the rule book a few times, but you
it's
still
starting to twig,
you
but
still
it's not quite
you still
there.
have to reference. Yeah, exactly. You still
Yeah.
have to reference it.
I have a real problem with reading rule books. I do try, and then I get distracted by the shiny fluff. So I can never read the rule section.
Right, so what Sam's talking about here is the backstory.
Yes. And what I'm talking about is hammering rules into my head. That's what I'm doing at game nights at the minute.
Yeah.
You'll find me playing Dust pretty much every time we go to game night, simply because I just want to get to that stage
Where you can sit down confidently
someone asks me
regardless of what.
something,
Yep.
rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have we said all we need to say about Operation Icestorm?
Yes, I think we have.
Apart from the fact that it's awesome.
Any other starter
Apparently.
sets that spring to mind just before we move on?
I think we've mentioned all the major ones.
Yeah.
Nothing else really jumps out at me.
Well,
Now, I know Malifaux doesn't have a 2-player starter
No,
set
it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
So that'll be one to keep an eye out for if they ever do
It's
one.
another one that goes by how Infinity did it before. You just buy your war bands and separate books.
Yeah. But
Pretty good value though for the starter sets.
depending,
of each crew.
the price on those varies. But
True.
I would say that's all the major ones mentioned.
Privateer Press.
Yeah, I mentioned them.
Oh, you've done the Hordes and...
Yep, Hordes and War
War
Machine
Machine.
both have a 2-player starter set.
Yeah, then we're probably
Yeah, we're
there.
probably
Does
done.
Warhammer Fantasy still have its 2-player starter set?
I don't know.
Doesn't
know,
the-
but-
I think last time I saw it was High Elves versus Skaven. I don't know if it's changed since then.
I have not a clue.
Well,
To be
if you
honest
know
with you,
home, if you know at home, drop it in the comments below. And if you've any other cool starter sets that you think we should have mentioned, drop them in the comments below. That'll also give you the chance to win our mega prize.
Sam. Yes.
But I think we're going to move on and we're going to take a quick break.
Movie time!
Oh, come on, you can't start the segment like that.
I'm editing it, so yes, I am. Talk. It's time to chat movies, guys.
Yeah, that's the way it should be. Movie time! I don't think so.
What? I've had a lot of caffeine. Leave me alone.
Too late. Don't you be editing that out. That's days. Justin going movie time. Oh, I've just gone movie time.
Movie time!
Yeah.
I think Sam was going for a really deep, dark note there. Would you feel that?
What?
Yeah.
Whatever. Onward, movies.
Yes, movies.
Yes, what do you have on the list?
I've got a few things to talk about. I just want to briefly talk about Planet of the Apes.
Cannot wait for it.
I really want to see this one. I love the last one that came.
We
Now-
are talking about the remake.
Yes.
It's more a prequel, but yeah.
Do you even need to say that? I mean, it's all over the place at the minute, Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
No, I'm with Sam. What was the one called?
Rise of the Planet of the Apes?
Rise of the Planet of the Apes, the remake. The movie that came out with Caesar, basically, in the guy's home
Yes,
and stuff.
The time when the first super intelligent
Yes,
apes
being
started
the
to-
baby of a genetically modified ape.
It was a cracking movie.
It was a great movie.
Really
Very
good.
cleverly done.
I took Anna to go and see that, and she really liked it. So much so that every time she sees anything to do with Planet of the Apes, she's all like, "Is the new movie coming out? Is the new movie coming out?"
Have you shown her the Tim Burton one?
No,
Because that might just break her.
I don't think we need to go.
They
there.
did the clever thing when they did the last one and just went, oh, that movie? Yeah, that never existed. Let's put that under the carpet. That never happened. Never happened. This is new.
Yes, I never even thought of showing her that movie.
Don't.
For very good reason. Let's be honest, for very good reason.
Anyway, it's looking exciting.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna go see it next week. Unfortunately, it hasn't arrived here yet for us to actually go and see it. Otherwise, I'd be sitting here talking to you about it now. But it's got great reviews.
Yeah.
I mean, on Rotten Tomatoes, I think it was 91%.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's
Look forward to that.
pretty good. I mean, like, from just having seen the trailer, you know, the visuals just jump out at you again.
Oh, truly believable monkeys and apes. Sorry, not
Basically,
monkeys,
your
apes.
suspension of disbelief kicks in and kicks into overdrive.
Yeah, the reason I'm saying monkeys is because I'm constantly walking around my own house thinking about going sit at a planet of monkeys.
Yeah, I kind of have
I'm
the
trying to get
weird
at-
image of you and Anna going to Belfast Zoo, walking past the chimpanzees, and her turning to you going, is the new movie coming out yet?
No, it's usually me going, look, planet of monkeys. But yes, it looks amazing.
It does.
Now, I was in the cinema this week and it was a trailer come up. I don't know if you guys have seen it or if it's a new trailer.
I have seen
It
it.
is violent.
It's quite weird. And Caesar has a wife.
No, I haven't
a
seen
baby.
this new trailer yet.
What? I
yeah.
don't know this.
That's what was in the trailer I saw. Caesar apparently has a wife and baby.
In the trailer I'd seen, was in the cinema this week, there's a part where one of the apes is sort of playing dumb, walking towards two guys.
Right.
And he sits down on looks like a set of sacks or something beside them, as if he's like begging for food or something.
Yeah.
And they get comfortable and they put down their guns.
Yeah.
And then he gets up and he lifts his gun.
Yeah.
And then sort of pretends he doesn't know what he's doing, and they kind of laugh, and then he blows them both away. And I was like, oh, that is so violent. That's creepy.
I need to see this trailer now. I haven't seen it yet.
It's really creepy looking.
Nice.
And then there's a point where there's another ape, and I'm trying to remember now I think he's riding a motorbike, dual wielding.
Really?
He's dual wielding two big mega machine guns. I think he's on a motorbike. Going do 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 do.
Okay, I'm gonna hunt down the trailers, guys. If it's there, you'll probably have just seen a clip of it.
At which point I'm thinking, oh my gosh, it's sort of like, that does kind of concern me. The creepy monkey part where he's pretending to be sort of dumb and pick it up,
Yeah.
I thought worked really well. The point where they stick an ape, I think it's a motorbike, going dual wielding big mega machine guns, like 50 cal type stuff.
What?
Dual wielding
Well,
these.
apes are far stronger than humans.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought, it's a bit... Apes,
So it's far enough and then too far?
yeah, I think that's a bit too far. It's like Planet of the Apes mashed with Rambo at that point.
Rambo ape. Could be interesting.
But yeah, I'm excited.
They're saving that for the next one.
I'm excited to see it. I didn't know he had a kid and a wife.
From what I saw in the trailer I was looking at, there was a female ape. She was carrying a baby and he kissed her.
All right. There you go.
Yep.
And then I was sitting thinking, no, they're going to have like a minister ape and a wee ceremony.
No.
They did that in the original Planet of the Apes. Well, they interrupt a funeral, I believe.
Yeah. Anyway, Lloyd.
Which one?
The first one.
No, but which episode of the first one?
The very first Planet of the Apes.
Movie or TV series or what?
The movie. The
There you
movie.
go. Fair enough.
I don't remember that bit.
Really?
No,
It's
yeah.
when he's just made it into the Ape City and he's make his way around and he goes past
I'm gonna have to go and watch this again.
Holding a religious ceremony, and he gets
But was it a
spotted
funeral?
by. Yeah, I think it was a funeral. He gets
Right,
spotted
I'm going to have
by
to
a
go
chick.
back and watch this.
I love that film.
Well, Lloyd, you were at the cinema. What were you there to see?
Well, we'll get to that in a second.
Oh
I've
dear.
got a segue that'll lead us to that.
Okay.
What else is exciting on this that's coming up?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I keep getting shot down whenever I'm chatting to John and Warren about it. Please don't shoot me down, guys.
Sing the song.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I grew up in the 90s.
No, don't finish there.
Heroes in a half shell, turtle power.
There you go.
Yeah, I love the
It is
Ninja
one of those
Turtles.
cartoons I grew up with.
Now, I will say this. I've seen the trailers. I despise the new design of the Turtles, especially Donatello, who was my favourite as a kid. What have they done to you,
Now, you've
man?
said this to me a few times.
I know.
What is it particular about Donatello that's different from the other turtles that you go, I despise it?
Perhaps
Well,
the big
now-
robotic goggles that they have on him?
Donatello was always the tech guy. He was a bit
Yeah.
nerdy in them. For this, they've gone, Donatello's nerdy. Massive glasses, taped, huge buck teeth, and robotic harness.
Yeah.
They made him into the stereotypical geeky kid.
Although they have made Michelangelo really creepy in this.
Yeah, well, they've made them all look kind of creepy.
No, not look creepy. I mean act creepy. Because there's a scene in the trailer where April O'Neil has just been caught by the turtles, and it's Leonardo going, "Look, if you tell anyone about this, we will find you." And it just cuts to Mikey going, "Yeah, we will find you." Oh my god! I just realised how creepy I was. I am sorry, but we will find you.
So it is an action comedy then?
Yeah.
Yes, it is an action comedy. My one complaint: Shredder is in power armor now.
That does look kind of dopey. There is a point in the latest trailer that I've watched
Yeah.
where Shredder comes out and he goes like that and some blades come out and think,
Aye.
oh, fair enough, he's ready to fight. And then more blades come out and I think,
And then they fly off.
getting a little carried away here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, I'm actually kind of hopeful. I thought this was going to be awful when I first saw it and first heard about it.
Well, don't commit yet.
Yeah.
It's still a Michael Bay movie.
The recent trailer gives me a bit of hope because it looks like it's got a lot of self-referential humor. It knows it's ridiculous, so it's just going for it. I mean, there's one line I think in the trailer that summed it up perfectly: 4 turtles, one fighting a robot samurai. Why not? And indeed, why
Of course,
not?
why not?
Why not?
That's
Could be fun.
the point of half of Hollywood these days is them going, "Oh, we could remake this. Well, why not? Let's go."
But are they taking it too far? That point where Shredder's it is Shredder, yeah. Is whipping his arms out and blades are coming out all over the place. That's
Again, that's just for people who love
it's too much.
graphics. That's people who love to do extra graphical
I love
work.
graphics. I am a total graphics whore, and I didn't want that.
I guarantee you there'll be someone in the States that'll just go, or you should have had more blades.
Yeah, and his name's Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Michael Bay. And on that note, what else has Michael Bay made recently? Transformers!
Yeah, I'm not going near this.
Now, it's been out for a little while, but I only just had the chance to go and see it this week.
Now, you haven't told us what you thought of it yet, so...
Yeah.
Transformers.
Yay, nay, come on.
Transformers Age of Extinction is absolute dog turd.
Okay. What a surprise.
That's actually the highest praise I've heard for it so far. From
It
people.
is dog turd.
So a couple of hours of your life you'll never get back.
I'm really disappointed. I thought this time, maybe, you know, recently there's been some cool movies coming out, like Star Trek and stuff, and I thought...
nah, the Star Trek movies won't.
Oh, come on.
I enjoyed those.
I thought, finally here, new actors, new direction for Transformers. Let's see where it goes. Hopefully it'll be good. It is crap.
What don't you like about it in particular?
Right, I'll get to that. It is essentially, it feels like when you're watching it, they took two 8-year-olds, gave them a set of Transformer toys each, put them in a room, filmed it for 3 hours,
Right.
and then said, that's it. That's the movie we should make. Only we should actually have some dialogue.
Right, so your belief is that Michael Bay's cinematographic version of Transformers was watching two 8-year-olds play with their toys in a room for 3 hours.
Exactly. Because it was all one-upmanship.
Was it all just smashy, crashy, we must
It was
fight
like,
crap?
oh, this has destroyed this. Oh, and then this happened. Oh, that's cool.
So
and then that happens. Oh, and then something else happens. It's just mind-numbingly...
Was it the Tom and Jerry gag of them just grabbing bigger guns one after the other?
Essentially, it's mind-numbingly boring to the point where it's nearly 3 hours long. I think it's like 2 hours and 75 minutes or something like that.
Okay.
Or no, it's not 2 hours and 75 minutes. It's 275 minutes.
Okay.
Whatever that is. It's about almost 3 hours.
Yeah, okay.
I was sitting in the cinema. I was finding myself yawning. I found myself looking at my phone going, is this over yet? I found myself sitting there thinking, oh, another fight scene?
So it just didn't engage you?
Was it not like 3 seconds ago that we'd seen the last fight scene? This is me talking to Anna, by the way. This is me miming Anna. Was it not about 3 seconds?
Sorry, Lloyd, my name is Justin.
She hates it. My other half hated the movie, and I have to agree with her. She's like, why did you bring me to see this? And I was like, well, I'd read some reviews, and I kind of hoped that they were just being overly harsh.
So hang on, were you hoping that by going in with low expectations, the movie might be just about okay?
That's what I thought. And it starts well. The opening scenes are pretty good. And I thought, here we go. This is starting really well. I think I'll actually enjoy this.
Right.
But then after about 20 minutes, you're sitting thinking...
Yeah, things are starting to
The
run.
first part of the movie where they're setting up the scenes with the new family and stuff in it is all pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of enjoyed it.
But is it the same set of Transformers? Is it set within the same universe?
Well,
or
no,
is it
it's never
new?
the same set of Transformers because every movie they introduce new Transformers because it killed off the last ones.
Optimus is
There's
still there, of
overlaps.
course.
There's overlaps.
Okay.
But they're constantly throwing new Transformers at you and saying, oh, you know that Transformer you liked? He's dead. Oh, do you know that other Transformer you liked? He's dead too.
Okay, yeah.
Here's a brand new Transformer that I don't even remember.
Yeah, so here's a brand new Transformer. Love him. You must love him.
I was
Buy
big.
the toy.
I was big into Transformers when I was a kid.
Yep.
Super Transformers geekiness.
Same here.
And they've got a samurai Transformer in this.
Okay.
And I'm just thinking, A, I don't remember there being a samurai Transformer. I could be wrong. You can comment below. B, why would a Transformer be a samurai? Why would he look Japanese with a samurai helmet and stuff?
Probably checked Wikipedia.
Why? Why would he do that?
Because he checked Wikipedia and thought it looked cool.
But why would he think it's cool?
Because they're a sentient being.
It's crap.
Alright, I like anime. There'll be people out there who think it's crap.
If I'm a gigantic robot from outer space,
Yes, who is alive, sentient,
why am I
thinking.
going to do myself up like an ancient samurai warrior?
Because you look at it, either that or the ethos of Bushido would match up with your own beliefs. and you would say, "Oh, that matches with what I believe. I'll do that."
I think you're overthinking it. What really happened was someone on the production team went, what do people like? What's cool? Samurais are cool. Let's make a samurai.
But
Yeah,
see,
what is incredibly toyetic?
I'm not sure if the samurai guy is actually in the toy range or the comic books or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't
If
know
he's
where
not,
he
he will be soon.
I don't know where he comes from, but if he was manufactured for the movie, don't do it, Michael Bay. Stop doing that. Listen to me.
Do you really think Michael Bay is going to watch this?
Yeah, you might. Stop murdering the Transformers franchise. That's you told.
Well, hang on. The
leave
first ones
Donatello
that came
alone.
out, I enjoyed.
This one killed it for me. I'm not going to
No,
watch
that's fair
another
enough.
one.
I have to admit, I kind of want to see it for the sake of completeness. Not because I've seen all the other Transformers, but because I've seen nearly every other really bad movie that's come out in cinema this year. I've seen.
I think I'm going to give this one a pass.
I've seen Transcendence, which was the film where they killed Johnny Depp by turning off the internet.
Yeah.
And I've seen the CGI Tarzan movie, which was the worst movie I've ever seen of all time.
That does sound bad.
It's Tarzan transposed to modern day with a magic meteor rock. It was awful. I kind of want to see this just because it can't be any worse than those two.
Right.
It can't be.
I have plenty of things to get off my chest here. I'm just going to rant on about it for a little bit longer.
I'm feeling the
The
wrong
edit.
here.
Optimus Prime.
Yep.
Yep.
Right? Now, he always annoyed me in all of the Transformer movies by Michael Bay because he changed from the flat-faced truck, I don't know what the name for it is.
Basically, the
It's like-
standard British lorry.
Yeah, like the stuff you get in Europe, into the American long-nosed truck. Fair
I
enough.
didn't mind that.
Fair enough, okay? But in this movie, they actually change him into the flat-faced truck.
Right.
For-
Why?
He's introduced in the flat-faced truck, and I thought, oh, this is cool. They're actually going to do the truck from the cartoon series.
Okay.
And he's all battered up, and he's rusty and stuff. I'm thinking, excellent, because I absolutely hated Michael Bay. Why? Why does he have flames all over him? Why is he a robot in disguise, and he's the most recognizable truck you've ever seen in your life? Yes.
Okay.
He's introduced as the flat-faced truck,
Yeah.
all rusty and beat up. I think, excellent.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more gritty now. He transforms. He looks a bit more. He looks kind of truck-like. He's got his plates and
So
stuff
he's still
like
kind
this.
of battered and stuff.
Right. Then there's a point in the movie where he drives past another American truck, but this time it's even more sleek-looking and modern, product placement, than the last truck. The last truck wasn't sleek and modern-looking.
Yeah, it was
had nice
one of the big Mack trucks.
It had
yeah.
a nice paint job that shouldn't have been there,
Yeah.
but it was still square-edged and stuff.
Yeah.
He drives past this truck, which is all roundy and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the next time he transforms, he's just round plates and there's nothing left of the truck. There's no wheels. There's no...
So he is fully robot.
He's just robot. There's nothing left of the actual truck look.
In the words of Tropic Thunder, you never go full robot.
You never go full robot. And he's
dear.
just, but he's back into the red flames and all over the place. And like, robots in disguise, my arse. And the product placement is high, really high. You know, it's anytime they can think of a supercar to put it in there, put it in there.
Yeah. Well,
Just-
I will admit, from the older ones, I do want that car that Bumblebee transformed into. The Chevrolet.
Yeah.
That was a cool car.
No, there's no problem putting the cool cars in, but it's just done in such an in-your-face sort of way, the product placement. And
So what? Amazingness for the sake of amazingness?
yeah.
Which takes away from the fact that it's amazing.
And then we get to the point, I'm going to go back to the storyline. It just isn't enough. People say, oh, but it's more based on the Autobots and their story this time than the human story. And people are like, oh, excited about that. God, it's terrible.
Really?
Because the Autobots always look thick. They always treat them as stupid.
All right.
Every Autobot in it is practically an idiot. So there you
Lloyd,
go.
for me, I'm not going to go see it. I'm just not going to go
They're
see
constantly in fight with each other. They don't come out with anything sensible.
it. Yeah.
They're just basically stupid. And I haven't even got to the Dinobots yet.
Wait, Dino bots?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, like, so far I've been okay with it because it's all been vehicle robots, but now suddenly we're getting dinosaur robots in
But
modern day.
They're not dinosaurs.
Right?
They're basically, I don't know, space dinosaurs.
Space dinosaurs.
Oh,
Okay,
I've got
Michael
one.
Bay, what are you doing?
From what I do know from my friends, these are part of the Transformers mythos, as such as it is.
Yes, sort of. When I was a kid, a Dinobot was a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now a Dinobot is essentially a dinosaur with about 1 million spikes, and it's no longer a pterodactyl. It's now a two-headed flying dragon that breathes fire.
Okay, so we've completely left the realms of reality.
Realms of reality.
You're talking about realms of reality.
Whenever
with
it's
this.
vehicles that they transform into,
Right.
realms of reality. When it's a two-headed dragon, yeah.
And then there's the fight scenes. Mm-hmm. It's fight scene, 2 seconds of something to interrupt it. Fight, fight, fight. 2 seconds of something to interrupt it. Fight, fight, fight.
So
Fight, 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 fight.
You feel like you're playing Final Fantasy.
Fight, fight, fight,
Oh,
fight,
I love
fight.
those games.
Fight. Don't interrupt me. I'm still going. Fight, 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 fight. 2 seconds of dialogue or something, and then a fight.
Right.
And a fight, and a fight. And a moment of peril, and a fight. And a moment of peril, and a fight. It just keeps going like this.
Okay, so
For nearly 3 hours of this.
Okay.
Are you telling us you didn't like it?
I think I didn't like it. Right?
No,
No, there's a point.
Okay,
still
that's
going.
me told. That's
I
me told.
told
Shut up!
I told you we were going to have a rant.
Shut up!
There's a point where there's, let's say, an alien spaceship.
Okay.
It's turned on like a giant magnet thing. And it's sucking up metal stuff into it.
Okay,
Right.
why are we doing this?
Exactly. Why is it doing it? It's never explained why it's doing this.
Random
It just-
destruction,
it just-
yay!
that's it. They've taken Transformers and they said, what will Transformers be? Oh, it'll be like if we took all the scenes, all the end fights of all the Rocky movies, stuck a Transformer in, clipped them all together with 2 seconds of dialogue linking them together, and then stick a smattering of Godzilla on Pacific Rim in there as well.
Right, quick question. Will a 5-year-old watch that and go, Mommy, Mommy, I want one!
If I
I
was,
want one!
if I was 12, I'd have wet my pants with excitement.
Again, it's target audience.
I'd have absolutely adored that movie.
I say we are very
Visually-
spoiled at the minute.
Visually, it is spectacular. The same as Planet of the Apes. ILM are on fire. I don't know if ILM's doing Planet of the Apes, but if they are, they're on fire there. They're on fire for this.
And so is
Visually-
everything else, because Michael Blakey loves his explosions.
Everything's on fire. And they're the crappiest looking explosions. Because they're obviously the most pyrotechnic ones with bits flying off. And, I'm so annoyed by this movie.
Deep breaths,
every
Lloyd,
time,
deep breaths.
Every time they fire missiles, the missiles go like this. Everywhere. They never just fly straight. They go everywhere and then suddenly go to where they're supposed to be. And I'm like,
Was there a point to this?
there's no point. The missiles. I'm shooting a missile. You think it would go relatively straight, hit its target. No, it's scooting all around the place. I am a transformer. I am from outer space.
He's finally admitted it.
I am technically brilliant, but I cannot make a missile that will fly straight. What is that all about?
Maybe they need Tony Stark.
Now let me get back to my point about the giant spaceship.
Okay.
Hoovering up everything with its giant magnet. It's hoovering stuff up. It's not big enough, in my opinion, to collect everything that's hoovering up.
Right.
Transformers start lifting off into the sky.
But because science.
Cars start lifting off into the sky.
Okay.
One of the Transformers, if I remember correctly, grabs some metal beams on the top of a building.
Okay.
Pries them up, or it's a car or something. Something gets caught on it anyway. Pries the metal beams up on the building. Then it gets released, and whatever's clung to the beams goes up into it, and the beams fall down. They're metal beams too. Why didn't they fly up? I hate it. I hate that movie.
I think we need to cut this one now, guys, because we're ranting, and I think our audience is just going to go, well, he's went off on one. Click.
Let's wrap that up.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
So we'll move on.
Yeah.
Let's move on to something happier. Because last week, we had a competition. What we're giving away last week was the Iguana Squad for Affinity.
Yes.
Infinity, not Affinity. Sorry, misspoke, but Iguana Squad for Infinity, and our winner is...
You say it.
Fine, give it here. If I can read your... Sasa0MG, you are a winner. Congratulations. An Infinity Iguana Squad will be winging its way to you shortly. If you have a prize to claim, guys, make sure and go to the contact bar on the top of the website on beastsofwar.com. Contact us, claim prize, and that'll take you through to a form which will notify us of who you are, where you live, and what you've won.
So congratulations to you.
Yes.
It was well worth listening to me rant on about Transformers.
Yeah. And remember, guys.
I don't know. My editor's sense is tingling here. I may have to cut a lot of this.
Remember, guys, you can still enter for the new Fabled Realms Buildings prize by dropping us a comment below here on Beasts of War, Facebook and YouTube, is it?
Yes, it is indeed.
Yes, and also I think...
Or on all three.
I'm not sure, but if the Wallsong Kickstarter is still running, don't forget, if you're a Beasts of War backstager and you sign up to the Kickstarter, if you're on the Kickstarter and you're a backstager, you can enter to win your entire pledge for free.
For free! That'd be cool.
That's a very cool prize. Second of those comps I think we've done.
Right, tomorrow is XLBS.
Yes.
It's our backstage version of this show.
Yes, if you think we're bad here, just wait till you see us tomorrow.
Where we talk extra. It's like a whole other version of this show.
It is a whole other version of this show.
Minus my rant about Transformers.
I just want to say, it's funny because we started off this show going, Warren's not here. We're going to avoid the long rants.
I did.
You did warn me. You did warn me. I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it from you. You're normally so quiet on these shows.
Yep. So if you've enjoyed the show, hop on over to beastofwar.com.
Yep.
Join
Sign up to
backstage.
backstage. Yep.
And you'll find us again on Sunday, early in the morning.
Yes,
Because
hopefully early in the morning.
We like to do early morning shows. Well, for Europe anyway. In that way, you've got time on your Saturday mornings and your Sunday mornings to sit and watch the show and hopefully enjoy what you're hearing.
And if you're sneaky and you're in America, you can get the XLBS on Saturday night.
Yes, that is kind of sneaky. So until tomorrow, have a great weekend.